tomorrow, May 1, is Labor Day. Around the world, either Labor Day or International Workers' Day. Allow me to read the preamble of our Philippine Constitution. No? Sabi ng preamble ng ating Philippine Constitution, and let me emphasize, ito po ang damdamin, aspiration, ito po ang pangarap, panaginip ng bawat Pilipino. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace, do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. So, nakadescribe dito kung anong klaseng society at gobyerno dapat meron tayo. Ano ang pinag-uusapan natin perennially pagka May 1? Hindi po ito napupunta parati sa minimum wage. Actually, kung titignan mo yung Constitution, ang pinag-uusapan sa Constitution, living wage. Di ba? Kaya, of course, nagpapasalamat ako sa mainstream media because every time maglabas ang NEDA o gobyerno, and I'm not talking about this administration alone, all the administrations, even the administrations I've supported, di ba? Pag naglalabas sila na 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 is enough for one family, di ba? Through you sa media, nag-i-interview kayo, nagre-research kayo, pinapakita na imposible naman ata na isang pamilya ay mabuhay sa minimum wage na yan, di ba? Renta pa lang, tubig, kuryente, wala pang internet, wala pang gamot, wala pang pag-aaral, pamasahe, hindi na kasya yan. So the Constitution does not talk about a minimum wage, it's about a living wage. So where does the problem come in? The problem comes in whether it's at the regional wage board, the tripartite board that determines kung magkano yung minimum wage, or sa national or legislative sa atin. Parating sinasabi ng big business na lalo yung micro, small, medium enterprise baka magsara, yung mga nagsisimula pa lang baka magsara, yung mga mag-i-invest sa atin na labor intensive baka lumipat ng bansa pag tinaas mo masyado yung minimum wage. Sasagot naman ang labor ng, kung totoo yun, bakit pataas ng pataas yung profits nyo? So it's an endless debate, di ba? So our problem is not only the solution, but ano ang mekanismo to get to that solution? And when I was meditating about this, praying about this, I realized na ganun din sa edukasyon. From the Philippines being number 2 only to Japan in our region, to going down to the bottom 2, bottom 3 in many things, including economics and education, dalawang commission ang nakatulong sa atin. EDCOM 1, EDCOM 2. Di ba? So kung ang corruption at commission na illegal ang nakasira sa atin, yung commission na totoo, na may commissioners ng nagko-contribute at hindi nangungupit. So yung EDCOM 2, aware kayo dyan kasi panahon na natin yan. Yung EDCOM 1 kay Senator Ed Angara, and even as new congressman, binasa ko yung summary. Malinaw, madali, implement mo, sana naayos, di ba? Nag-K-12, nag-pandemic, lalong gumulo, but kayo mismo nagre-report ng EDCOM 2. So ano ang proposal namin ni Senator Pia, and I'm discussing this also with the Senate President, a Labor Commission or LabCom, di ba? Kung lab natin ang Pilipinas, kung lab natin ang ating laborers, kung gusto natin mga OFWs, dumating ang araw, hindi na kailangan mag-abroad, we have to have a Labor Commission. Anong difference? Instead of a purely congressional Labor Commission, I propose a legislative executive LabCom. So 3 commissioners from Congress, 3 commissioners from the Senate, yung cabinet na members na involved, NEDA, DTI, labor, and migrant workers, and then we can get 2 from big business or from the employers, and 1 or 2 from micro, small, medium enterprise, and 2 from the labor sector, di ba? Kasi makikita mo po dun sa EDCOM, so I'm not criticizing ourselves per se. Maraming pinapasa ang Senate at House. Pero committee hearings natin, dahil 24 lang kami, kahit na major yung bill, 2-3 beses, di ba? Tapos mag-interpellate a few hours, and then pag na-veto, ulit na naman. Pero yung EDCOM, nakita nyo all throughout the year, every week, 1, 2, 3 meetings, the best minds na nakukuha, di ba? So, nakita nyo nung umpisa nung administrasyon na to, ng Senate na to, hanga ako kay Senator Robin magpatawag ng hearing sa federalism. And he really got best minds na pro and con, di ba? But despite that, walang consensus kung dapat mag-charter change at mag-federalism o hindi. Pero tignan nyo po yung EDCOM. Because we had the right people and it was multisectoral at tatlo, hindi lang isang senador, we're coming up with solutions na ginagawa na. No? And so later on, I'm also looking into an EDCOM 3 na kung saan kung pwede legislative executive na. Kasi 2 sa 3 ngayon, CHED, DepEd, and TESDA. So ang Director General ng TESDA at ang head ng DepEd were senators and congressmen and were active sa EDCOM, di ba? So CHED. So I'll go to that later on. Baka after the election we can discuss that. But dito ko nahugot yung idea ng LaborCom na one final statement. If you say na, sir, okay naman yung tripartite, sir, tumataas naman yung living wage, okay. Pero bakit yung standard ng living sa ibang bansa, naayos nila? Bakit sa Japan, for example, hindi mahirap ang taxi driver, ha? May sariling bahay, nakakabakasyon. Pag tinanong mo yung taxi driver, for example, sa Singapore, saan ka nagbabakasyon? Sasabihin sa iyo, Thailand, Germany, Sweden, di ba? So, but sa atin, hindi makapagbakasyon ng 2-3 araw kasi isang kahig, isang tuka. So, yes, it's not all living wage. It's also magkano tubig, kuryente, may internet ba, may education, health. But the living wage is a big part of it. So I'll stop there, but yan ang sanang maliit na contribution namin ni Senator Pia and myself and tulong ko kay SP sa administrasyon niya sa Labor Day. No? Na it's not a solution. So I agree, kung may mag-criticize tomorrow, boss, hindi solusyon yan, hindi makakain yung sinabi mo. Pero ang problema nga, paikot-ikot na lang tayo Parati na lang pag Labor Day o anong malilibre ba natin MRT, LRT, may announce ba tayo na bonus, ganyan. Pero yung main issue of a living wage, we've never gotten to it. No? And the EDCOM really inspired me. The people there, I mean, whether you talk about Senator Win, Senator Joel, Senator Chi, Senator Pia, who was part of it. But I'm talking about the staff and the private sector group na kinuha nila. Amazing yung ginagawa. So hopefully sa labor magawa natin. Ma'am.